Hey everybody, what's up? Dr. Giggles in the house, and this week I have no idea how this is gonna turn out because we're gonna be talking about a bunch of news. Magic Forest. We're gonna probably get into a rant and a huge discussion about Universal Orlando's revamped lock-up policy. We're gonna talk about Holiday in the Park. We're gonna talk about Holiday in the Park bread bowls and different stuff. We're also gonna be talking about Ice Fest that's going on this weekend. We're also gonna be talking about Fright Kingdom this weekend. I know, a haunted house, but we'll get into that. What else do I got on here? We're going to talk about the Six Flags New England Water Park meeting, a couple Ace events, Star Wars Galaxy. I better write it down because I didn't type it. This is more when I'm talking about Star Wars Galaxy Edge. Everybody knows that's going to the Disney parks, so I better write that down because I watched a lot of things pop off on the internet today, and it's kind of stuff I've been saying all along, but I really want to get everybody's kind of input, what you think about it, and so on and so forth. That's really the thing. All right, I wrote that down in my quick little thoughts because I'll forget. We'll get into something, I'll forget, we'll go off and go, oh, I thought I was going to do this. So, but yeah, so anyway, so we're going to be talking about all these things, like I said, Magic Forest, Universal Orlando, Holiday in the Park, Ice Fest, Fright Kingdom, Star Wars, a couple Ace events that are coming up real quick, and the water park meeting. So those are the things. We're going to just dive into some news, talk about the topics, and then whatever else anybody else, what do you call it, comes up with this week. And you're going to start noticing a little bit more uniform with the thumbnails on YouTube. I'm testing something out just to see if everybody likes it. So if you happen to be new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Also, anybody that's watching, share this out on social media. You know, tell a friend. You know, the bigger we grow, the better it is for everybody. And there's a couple things at the end that I want to talk about. Usually I don't eat, but I didn't really eat today. Okay. I know I should have probably did better, but maybe in the middle of the end, we're going to talk about some stuff that it's going to involve all of you. Is what it's going to do. It's going to involve everybody, which is going to be great. Yeah, I don't understand Spanish. Yeah, we got a different setup. Basically, what I did was I rearranged everything last week. And then I added the Christmas tree, as you can see there. I didn't get rid of pinballs. I just rearranged them. And I ended up having a bunch more room down here just by moving some stuff. Yeah, I have no idea. He could be talking so much crap about me right now in Spanish, and I have no idea. I couldn't even attempt to, what do you call it? Try to even say the words, even though it would be funny to watch me try to say what that is, and I'm afraid to in this world these days because I could say something and then somebody's going to get offended and then they'll come and kill me, probably. All right, so Magic Forest. I don't know how many of you know about Magic Forest. I've talked about this place a million times. It's up in Lake George, up in New York. It's down the road from the Great Escape. Those that haven't been, you truly are missing out on something. The park was sold. The owners are going to keep it as an amusement park, but most of those big crazy statues that I always talked about and how it was like a unique and kind of weird little place, I don't know what it's going to turn into, but all those animals and different kind of statues, they're all being sold off. Some are sold, some are still for sale, some are going for big thousands of dollars, some are cheap. Depends what you're looking for. But in any case, so they're going to change the name. It's no longer going to be Magic Forest. which is a shame because I really, I liked what Magic Forest was. Now, I don't know what it's going to become, but the new name of the park is going to be called the Lake George Expedition Park. And the one thing that they talked about was they're going to have a dinosaur-themed area with dinosaur animatronics. The rides are staying. It's just, hey, what's up, Monkey Master? Meow, the cat says hello. Hello, Muffins, the kitty. But yeah, so I don't know what to think about this because... Oh... He's either talking about you or me. Esther could be you, formal, or he, her. Sure. If that's what you guys want to say, cool. I have no... If that's the case, he's like, he emotional, he's poor, expect impression. Maybe I'm gonna give a very poor emotional impression. Is that what you're trying to say in a language? Maybe that's what that means by looking at the words. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so Magic Forest will no longer be called Magic Forest. And, yeah, we'll have to see what happens as more... I'm eating Sour Patch watermelons. So yeah, that's that. The next on my list was Universal Orlando, but I wait a little bit for that because I feel that... that's going to cause a rant. I really do. You know me and locker policies and stuff like that. You know that. So we'll hold off on that one, but we're going to get to it. So let's get into Six Flags New England, Holiday in the Park, and Ice Fest. How about that? So the weird thing about this year is I notice it's like they kind of, unless I'm missing something, and I've only been to Holiday in the Park once, and I'm going Sunday. Again, cold like the first night. But regardless, anyway, what I do notice is I think they've cut back on some of the foods. Because last year, if you remember, they had all different kinds of baked potatoes. They had the sausages with the pretzel buns. And they had other sausage sandwiches. And, you know, they had stuff over in, you know, the fudge shop area. You know, they got like the kind of desserty treats over there. I mean, they still have their... s'mores kits, but they do have bread bowls, and there's different stuff you can get it. And if you want it, it's located at what they call the Snowflake Soup Company. I don't remember where that is. I'm sure I walked by it. I don't think I took any video or pictures of it, and I'll make sure that I do that Sunday, just for, you know, just so that way I have it for reference for the future, and then maybe you can help somebody out that's looking for it. But if you look at, that's the only holiday themed food besides the s'mores and the stuff in the fudge place that I found so far. That doesn't mean that there isn't anything else. I mean, unless somebody else is going more recently, you can tell me that there's more food than what I'm missing out on. He said, I am emotional for his or your spectacular impression. Not 100% sure. Only Luco would know what his sentence means. There's no translating thing on here, I don't think. Can you translate? No, there's no translate. It's not like, you know, like Facebook where you can translate or whatever. But, yeah. All right, so besides that, one thing that I wanted to talk about for Holiday in the Park is all the different kinds of characters they have around the park that I really like. So you have, obviously you have Santa Claus, you have Mrs. Santa Claus, you have the Christmas Carolers, which if you have watched, hey, how's it going, Josh? Luco's words translate from English to Spanish, saying, I'm excited for this awesome show. Oh, okay, there you go. I had no clue. At least at least somebody's like doing it. It's funny now. Luco's post something, and now we're all talking about it. Kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I feel like I'm an ignorant American because I don't know any other languages. I used to be able to speak Spanish fluently back when I graduated high school because a bunch of friends I hung around with were Puerto Ricans, and I used to love going over there. His mother used to cook that awesome Puerto Rican rice, and we used to hang out all the time, and it was awesome. And I used to be able to have a fluent conversation in Spanish, and once that friendship ended after many years, away went the Spanish language with it, which is weird. And if you try to speak, I'm like, not a clue. Not a clue. And I feel ignorant that I feel that I should know some kind of other language, only because, you know, as we travel and we start going out of the country, I feel that I should know at least some of the basic local language. Like if you go to Germany, you go to Croatia, you go to England. Well, England is English, but, you know, if you go to Germany, France, wherever, I feel when you're going to these places, because if not, you're going to get lost in translation and you look like an ignorant jerk because you're just being a typical American. Because I know a lot of people outside of the United States, you know, like out in Europe and stuff, they know multiple languages. They know their native tongue, and then they might know English, or they might know English in like 7 other languages. I don't know any. You're lucky I can speak English. How about that? But anyway, so now back to the characters. So you have Santa Claus, you have Mrs. Claus, you have the Christmas Carolers, you have Chestnut and Cole the Reindeer Wranglers. There's also the Snow Princess Crystal and Jack Frost. There is also Holiday Queen Luminessa Evergreen and her sidekick Tinsel. There is also Sprinkle, the Holiday Fairy, and Gumdrop. Plus, you're going to have all the Looney Tunes dressed in their holiday attire. So that is, I don't know. When I was a little younger, I used to be like, oh, who cares about characters? You know, when you go to Disney and you're going to go see Mickey Mouse or Winnie the Pooh or whatever character you want to see, when you're a teenager, you don't care, right? Most people, when you're in that transition from kid to, you know, when you have that transition from kid to teen and then from teen to adult, there's this, like, what I call a gray area where you just don't care about characters. I mean, look at Devin and Jeremy. I give you the example. When we went to Holiday in the Park, and if you look at the photos, Jeremy's barely in them. And the reason for that is he wanted nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, to do with any of the... None of them. We did get him to do Santa Claus, and that was funny. I wish you were allowed to film in there because it's always fun. It's beautiful inside there, and I love it. But, you know, Devin kind of plays along. He doesn't really want to do it. They're in that gray area right now, them two. They don't want to waste their time with characters, and they just want to go on the ride. And I don't blame them. You know what I mean? When I was, you know, I was the same way. It was like when my parents took me for the first time to Disney and Universal in 1994, when the characters were around, I didn't care. I just wanted to go ride the roller coaster or whatever ride it was. I didn't want to be bothered. You know, you feel like you're too old for that stuff. In reality, you're really not. I get it. You're in that transitional age. But I find as I get older, I appreciate all those characters more now than I did when I was a kid. I know when you're a little kid, and you know I'm talking like 6 or younger, and you go to like Disney, and that's like magical. Like I remember when I took. Devin was 6, Jeremy was 4, and I took them to Disney for the first time, and it was the most magical thing because they thought they were real, and they loved it. I have so many awesome pictures of the kids with the characters, the different dining experiences, and the interactions they had, hugging them and whatever, and it was really cool, and it's like a touching moment, and I liked it. I know they loved it back then. They don't care now. You say, hey, let's go see Mickey Mouse. They're like, I don't want to go see Mickey Mouse. You know, I don't want to go see Donald Duck or Bugs Bunny. They don't care. I care. That's why I bring it up, because I'm hoping there's more people like me and not like Jeremy and Devin and other kids. You know, I feel like, you know, like they say, I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. You know, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's me. I don't want to grow up. I feel when you grow up is when you die. So I don't want to grow up. Maybe I can live forever that way. I hope. So, yeah. So... if you haven't been to Holiday in the Park, I know like this weekend is going to be ridiculously cold. Saturday night's calling like a high for like mid-20s maybe. You know, so or high 20s, it's going to be ridiculous. And Sunday's going to be like really low 30s to, I think it's like 33 for a high for the day and 22 for a low for the night, you know. And it's going to be cold. It's going to be like Black Friday. So I'm probably expecting the roller coasters maybe to not open. I don't know. But I'm still going to go watch Frost. And I want to see Donald Trump instead of Donald Duck. Okay. Yeah, John, I missed the commercials for Toys R Us already myself, too. But yeah, so if you haven't gone, when I go to Holiday Park, I'm not really going for the rides. I'm going for the atmosphere. Last year, I was really interested in seeing the different foods, going to see Santa Claus, going to see Frost, seeing all the Christmas lights, the characters, the tree lighting, the light show. Let's do some s'mores, eat some food, have some hot chocolate. And when it's cold, you're better off buying the cup every time. With the Diamond Elite, it's like $4 or $5 for the cup, for that unlimited hot chocolate cup. I definitely get, and if not, it's a $1.99 refill, and I feel the amount of hot chocolate I drink because it's cold is worth just buying the cup every time I go. So, yeah, take that with a grain of salt. So anyway, so we're gonna move into the next segment, which is Ice Fest is this weekend only. So. For those that have no clue what the hell I'm talking about, so if you go to Six Flags New England Holiday Park and you want to go and you check out Ice Fest, there's a Naughty and Nice bar, and it says, enjoy some extra holiday cheer at New England's premier ice bar, featuring unique holiday-inspired drinks served up cold through a custom ice luge, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages available for purchase. Yes, I smelt the Christmas tree, pine tree smell. The smells are still there. So see, there's a lot added to it. Yeah, I mean, I love that the parks are getting on board with this Christmas stuff because, one, it gives us an extra opportunity to get to the park. Whether or not we're riding rides, but at least they're bringing some entertainment and some other different stuff to the table. And that's what I like because, if not, I'd be sitting home bored out of my mind going, what videos am I going to make? Even though I got a list of videos to make for days and I got stuff to do for days. And we're going to talk about that later on, too. But, yeah, still, it's just nice that it's not just Six Flags or Disney or Universal. Cedar Fair parks are doing it. And other, Lake Compounds and other parks are doing this. And, one, I know it's not going to be as busy for the parks, and it's probably not as profitable, especially up here north. Look at, like, Black Friday. None of the roller coasters open. None of them. It was too cold. Harley Quinn ran most of the flats that they were, except for Crime Wave, but now it's open. But all the other flats that they advertised were open. The train ride, the carousel, the teacups, the kiddie rides, all that stuff was open. So just bear in mind, sometimes you may not get to ride a roller coaster. But I'm hoping that they still stay open because there's still enough to do. Yes, a lot of people want to ride the roller coaster. I know I do. But I will take the cold and complain and bitch about it later, but I will just enjoy it for what it is. I'm not really there for the rides. I'm there for the shows, the entertainment, the tree lighting, the light shows, the food, and so on. That's what I want. That is what I want, and that's what I go for. So, like I said, they have the Naughty and Nice bar for Ice Fest. They have over 10 life-size ice sculptures. The magic of the holidays comes to life in over 10 brilliant themed ice sculptures. Feast your eyes on holiday favorites, including Santa Claus, candy canes, reindeer, and more. Prepare to be surprised with 2 larger-than-life sculptures to be unveiled exclusively during Ice Fest. Yes, I seen that. The Ace event is at Great Adventure, and we're going to talk about that too. I don't know if registration's still open for that. It might be closed. If you're thinking about going the Winter Adventure at Great Adventure, I would contact Brett. Brett is as long as you're a member, obviously, but Brett is the New Jersey regional rep, and if you want to go, I would contact him ASAP. He might be able to slide you in. I don't know, but he might be able to. Anyway, so there is going to also be exclusive entertainment as well. Delight in some holiday theme music as a violinist, Matt Shredder, a.k.a. the Violin Guy, takes us for a musical journey with some holiday classics and some of the latest covers of today's top 40 hits. Be sure to also catch a dazzling dance spectacular by none other than the Human Disco Ball, completely covered in LED lights. This is one entertainer you will not want to miss. So you got registration December 9th for Winter Adventure with Great Adventure. I would do it ASAP. Also, they are going to be putting up an ice skating rink. What's an ice fest without an ice skating rink? Go for a spin in our customized rink and show off your best skating moves. Additional fee required. I don't know what that fee is, and I understand why they did, because say there was 10,000 people, and all 10,000 people want to go ice skating. Not all 10,000 people are going to go ice skating. So if you kind of deeded them from just going to go for free, well, you go pay for it. And I think I may do that and then have Luco film me ice skating unless he wants to go ice skating. I know Jeremy said he's not going to go ice skating, and that's fine. I'm not going to force him to do it, but if he's not going to do it, he's going to have to film it and film it good. You know, maybe I might fall on my butt and go sliding across the ice, all for everyone to see. And we'll put it in the vlog video, and you guys can laugh. There's also a visit from the Coca-Cola Bear. As you take a walk through our frozen tundra, be sure to visit Coca-Cola's very own delightful polar bear. There's a friendly bear, so make sure you grab a picture. Yeah, I always wonder where they're putting it, and I didn't think to email Jen to ask. I'll do that after the show, and then when I get the information, I'll just put it up on Facebook. And you guys can see whatever information I get out from that. I mean, if I do it tonight, I should find out hopefully tomorrow. If not, hopefully they what I'll do is I'll email both Jens that I know at the park and see if one of them can answer that question for me. And then it says, Ice Fest is the coolest place to be this winter in New England. Well, it's already going to be freezing. So it says, delight in a holiday in the park season with even more thrills and excitement during this icy celebration. The event is included with park admission or with your season pass or membership. There are obviously upcharge attraction type, you know, the booze and those drinks at the ice bar and the ice skating rink are extra charge. So if you want to go ice skating, bring some cash, I guess. Well, then Luco needs to get on the ice if he's never ice skated before, because I want to see him fall down. I'm sure he'll fall down. And it'll be fun. But you got it, Luco. You need to ice skate at least once in your life, Luco. You have to. If you ever rollerbladed, then you can ice skate. Actually, ice skating is easier than rollerblading, surprisingly. Plus, it doesn't hurt as much when you fall on the ice. I mean, from years of me, surprisingly, yes, I used to play ice hockey, not professionally, just pickup league kind of stuff, and I was horrible at it. But when I fell, it didn't hurt like I did when I played roller hockey, and that hurt. Because it looked like you were like, the places that we played at looked like you were like, they broke apart like the milk crates and just laid them all over the floor. So it's like a hard plastic floor, and it hurt, and it was awful. So, Luco, if you're going to try ice skating, I would definitely do that. And you got to do it at least once in your life. You know, and I'm going to tell you one thing right now, just to prepare you, Luco, because you've never done it, your hips and your legs are going to be like jello when you're done. Because when myself, Jessica, Dave, and Jody were on the cruise in last December, what do you call it? We did ice skating on the cruise ship, and you know, Jessica did it for a while. Me and Dave were just skating around. Jody wanted nothing to do with it, and we just had, you know, we had fun skating. I hadn't skated before that for probably 10, 15 years. Oh, look, you can do it without knee pads, elbow pads, butt pads. You might as well just roll you up in some bubble wrap. I'm just going just as I am and just going skating. Yes, and I'll ask that, John, if you can. I doubt they're going to let you take your own skates. But I'll ask. It's not going to hurt anything. Yeah, if you can roller skate, Luco, you can ice skate. It's definitely easier. I know it doesn't make any sense, but it really is. All right, so the next thing about the Six Flags New England news that we need to talk about. Yes, the Giggles is now live. The next tidbit is about this Six Flags New England water park meeting that happened last Thursday. Now, I'm sure if you've... See, that's why you guys need to sign up for the forums on SFNEOnline.org, because there's things that we post and don't post on social media. Just because we don't want to... We post a lot of secret stuff. What do you call it? You know, we post a lot of stuff that that we don't know yet, and I'm waiting for the answer, but there's going to be ice skating just for this weekend during Ice Fest. But we post a lot of the secret stuff to keep it out of the what we call the public view, the general public. You know, we've gotten caught up in some stuff. You know, we get to find out a lot of things before we should, and in the past we've always like blasted it all over Facebook and Twitter and stuff, and then we'd catch holy hell from the park about it. So what we do is we throw all this stuff, even if it's from a meeting or whatever, because it's not officially announced. You know, we just post it on the forum where it's really out of the public view, which is fine. Yeah, they should do weekly highlights. They should do that for us. Yeah, we're a secret society. So, anyway, all the information that I'm going to talk about is there. But we got the information. So, for those that don't... Hey, what's up, Nelson? For those that don't want to go looking on the forums, but I highly suggest if you're not a member of the forums, sign up and let me know that you did, because I check to see who signs up maybe weekly or tri-weekly, depends if I remember or not, to accept people, because there's a lot. We have it stopped that you just don't get to join in because there's a lot of people trying to hack it and stuff like that. So if you have signed up, let me know. Anyway, so Bonsai Beach over by Bonsai Pipeline is going to get renamed to Buccaneer Bay. It's going to get new changing rooms, outdoor showers, and there's going to be more cabanas that are going to be put in that area. Now, the bad thing is, and we can take it with a grain of salt, there was nothing mentioned about any kind of water slide. Nothing. There is nothing at all mentioned. Now, that doesn't mean that something's not coming, because I remember a conversation that I had with Jen in an email, and she didn't say anything, but she goes, you know, there could be other stuff to announce. Just stay tuned kind of thing. You know, I mean, a lot of people, yes, a lot of people are upset about just getting Cyborg. Everybody feels kind of like betrayed, entitled, and angry, and I get it. You know, a lot of people just want to get awesome attractions every year, and you're not going to get an awesome attraction every year. I wish we could. You know, you got to kind of spread the love around everywhere. And yes, and the thing that I always complain about is Cyborg and multiples. You know, you're going to have Kryptonite Collider and Cyborg basically almost next to each other. It's like across the street. It's like, look out your front window and see the house. There's your two rides right there. I wish Six Flags would just get rid of the duplicates, is what I'm trying to say. So a lot of people love that Cyborg's going in the building, and it's basically like the new age, same kind of thing. A little different, but, you know, the same but different just by seating, but does the same thing. And so people are like, oh, something else has to be coming. And we all thought something else was going to be coming. We thought maybe it was going to be like a, you know, like what they call like a wet and dry, wet and wild kind of year. And we thought for a while that was going to happen. And I mean, all the like indications were pointing that we were going to get a slide. And originally we thought, you know, the rumors were get one of those Zamparella, what do you call it? Endeavor, you know, the new age Enterprise, and we thought we were gonna get like a racer slide in this, you know. And so right now it looks like you're going to get and it's gonna lead me into something else in a second, but you're getting Cyborg and you're getting an upgrade to the water park, which is nice, because I've had many discussions with the park talking about the love that the water park needs and what is needed in the park. And it looks like the conversations, the funny thing is, not everything, but some of the stuff that I recommended this year for the water, you know what I mean? Like when I talked to him this summer, after going to the water park numerous times, like a bunch of times, like what, 4 times maybe? 5 times? I don't know. Regardless. And I said, this is what the water park needs the one thing that's missing is more restaurants. They need more food places, and they need them over down in the Bonsai pipeline area. But I said, look, you need another changing area. You need more cabanas. I said, you need more cabanas because of when you have a membership and you get a discount, and now people going, oh, crap, I can get a cabana at a cheaper rate, and they're, like, getting sold out all the time. You know, and so I said, you need to add more cabanas. End of story, you need them. You know, I didn't mention anything about those showers. But they need new changing and bathroom. I've told Jen, and I know Jen isn't always like on the front line all the time. That's not her job. I know I see her in the park all the time. She's doing whatever her thing is. You know, when she's roaming the park doing her thing. Now I know she's not always in the water park. She's not always everywhere where crazy stuff's going on. So it helps when someone like myself or you guys shoot her an email and say, hey, this is this and this is that. Here's a recommendation for you, blah, 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 blah. So this is what I said. I mean, there's more. There was a lot more to what I said to him about the water park. You know, like I sent the park. They're both Sky Screamer, Crime Wave, Duplicate. Yeah, one's really tall and one's really short. Two different manufacturers, but they're both swing rides. Realistically, they're both Sky Screamer and a Crime Wave. They're both swing rides. Just Crime Wave shorter, different manufacturer, and then one is taller and, you know, it's kind of like, all right, what do you call it? Harley Quinn and what do you call it? Tomahawk, Goliath, and Flashback. I mean, even some people kind of getting the comparison with Pandemonium is in comparison with Gotham City Gauntlet. In a sense. I can kind of see the comparison, but it's truly not, you know. But if you get where I'm going with all this, with the duplicate stuff, you know, Kryptonite Collider and Cyborg are two totally different, but the same. What's up, Charles? What's going on, dude? But yeah, I do like what it indoors with the lights and fog and whatever effects they're going to put on it. It's going to make the ride seem a bit more intense than it really is. I mean, that's just like, I mean, I know a lot of you have been through haunted houses, right? And if you do strobe lights just right, and one haunt that did that in particular correctly was Fright Kingdom, and a couple others did it really good too. But, oh yeah, like Dark Mana did it. Oh, yeah, that's right. 2 in the kiddie area, and then Sky Screamer and Crime Wave. For fun fact, SFNE has 4 swing rides. But, yeah, so, oh, yeah, anyway, so if you do a strobe light the correct way, you know, when you're trying to use an effect, what was the one? Oh, that Corn Maze one was another one that did it good. See, there's a few out there. But if you have the strobe light, you know, strobing at a certain speed, when you're walking through it, it gives you like, it's like on, off, on, off. It looks like a weird slow motion kind of thing, and it makes it really, it makes that particular scene really trippy. So if they can like get the lighting and the fog and everything to, and I would love to be there when they try to program this thing. I should talk to them and be like, hey, let me be your test dummy with the lights and stuff, and I'll tell you where it really would be a really good effect. I mean, I know they have their ways they want to do it, but I would love to get involved with that kind of stuff. They don't have to pay me. Just let me ride it a few times and get the lighting, the, you know, whatever. But yeah, still. So, like I said, you're going to get that water park edition stuff. You're going to get your Cyborg. But it's leading me into this next thing. I really believe that 2020 is going to be a bigger year. And what I mean by that is I think we're going to get more. It's going to be kind of like a kiss and make up to us kind of thing. Like, sorry, you got Cyborg and you got changing rooms and cabanas. Now, I know like the changing room and cabanas, that's, you know, that's kind of infrastructure that the park needs. But I think 2020 realistically is going to be a bigger and better year. And Cyborg really isn't really bad. I mean, I know like Great Escapes doesn't run there is really good, I heard. But if you go to like Quasi, theirs is nuts. But I believe and I think I've said it on the show before, but I believe that Superman's going to get the new Intamin style train. Like, if they're going to totally, I believe they're totally going to scrap the train that they have now, and they're going to get the new Intamin train for the ride. I also believe you're going to get what do you call it? You're going to get probably you can have a hug, Monkey Master. I believe you're going to probably get like a water park and possibly a flat, or you're going to get. Well, one, the reason why I believe that Superman's going to get the new train is going to be the 20th anniversary. So they have to do something good for Superman. They have to. I better tell Jen that. Be like, you better do something good for Superman. It turns 20 in 2020. Anyway, so I really feel like Superman's going to get some love. And I think they're probably, I mean, I know the trains aren't cheap. So they're probably going to get trains and maybe that Supergirl ride. Or maybe they get Supergirl and they get the water slide. I don't see it just being like a water slide yet. I don't see that. I see Superman getting love, and you possibly could get... Yeah, Superman's an Intamin. But I feel that you're either going to get the Wet and Wild, or you're going to get a Wet or a Wild along with the trains. The trains that they got, the chassis, are the original chassis from day one. The bodies are new when they changed it, from Bizarro. They went to Bizarro. The restraints are obviously different. They're not the T-bar. But Intamin no longer makes the old style train. From what I've been told, I don't know for a fact, but look at the problems they had with the train this year. It took all that time to get the parts for the train because Intamin doesn't make them. They had to have the parts made. You know what I mean? Like they just don't. So Superman was really hanging on by a thread with their trains. So I feel that this year is going to be. They better not replace Superman with a B&M Hyper. I will be so pissed. I will cut my membership in half and cancel it. If they did that, I would cancel SFNEOnline. I would cancel it all. I would just delete it all. I mean, I know down the road something like that's going to happen, but not right now, no. Superman is fine. It needs to change the trains or whatever, but I like the trains they are, but it's... Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going with for 2020. I feel that, like, 2020 should be a celebration. Should be all about Superman that year. And on top of that, like I said, you're going to get some other attraction. They're not just going to go, here, you're getting new trains. That's not marketable. It is not marketable. I feel like, I do feel a Wet and Wild. I know that Supergirl ride can't be crazy, crazy money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see it being like, I think buying those two rides should be under $5 million. Yeah, like if you got like a racer slide, I can't see a racer slide being more than $1 million or $2 million. I don't know the price on them, but I don't see that. And on top of that, I can't see that Supergirl ride being more than $2-3 million. I could be wrong, but I think they could spend $5 million just on those two, and then those trains are probably $1 million, $2 million a piece, probably. Well, the B&Ms have, in Luco's defense, there have been some B&Ms that have topped the B&M coaster list. I mean, two that I can remember off the top of my head anyway. Yeah, the two twin Supermans from America and Darien Lake are Intamin. So those are going to need replacements as well at some point. What do you call it? Nitro. And, what do you call it? Fury 325 has topped the list. I'm sure over time there's been other top B&Ms, but it's usually like Intamin, RMC has done it a couple times, I think. I mean, it's really hit or miss. You know, it depends. I don't want to defend him. I'm not a huge B&M guy. I mean, my favorite B&Ms are the inverted, you know, like Batman or Banshee, you know, all the different invert, you know, what is it at Busch Gardens? I can't think. Alpengeist. You know, I'm a huge fan of those rides. You know, some of the other ones that I do enjoy. But yeah, you get where I'm going. Yeah, Fury 325 should not be a top coaster. It does nothing. Like, I feel Leviathan is a way better coaster than Fury. I really do. I feel Leviathan beats Fury hands down. End of story. And you know me, I'm not a huge B&M fan, and I love Leviathan. I thought that was far superior than Fury. Far superior. What else have I got on this list of crud? All right. Oh yeah. Also, I got an email. I don't know how many of you got the emails. If you what do you call it? You know, like if you signed up for like the newsletters from Six Flags. So for Six Flags New England, there's, I don't know if these dates are totally correct because the way that they put them in the order, but I just put them in the correct order. But there's Bring a Buddy Free Days, December 9th, 16th, 23rd, 30th, and 31st. Now, they did like, in the email, if you look at it, it says December 9th, December 16th, December 30th, December 23rd, December 31st. That's how it wasn't set up in the email. Yeah, I have no love for Nitro. I really don't. That's, to me, that's one of the biggest snooze fests on the block. I'm not a Nitro fan at all. Like, if they ripped that down, I would do a dance in front of it as they were ripping it down. So before we get into Fright Kingdom and then we get into the Universal Orlando thing, let's talk about the Ace events that are coming up, because if you want to do it, I would like contact Brett tonight and get it set up to join the events. So this Saturday is a Christmas at Storybook Land. It's in Storybook Land in Egg Harbor, New Jersey. It is on Saturday the 8th. So if you want to go down there, you know, like heading towards Maurice Pier. And, yeah. And that's, I mean, it's like a kiddie park. And they have Bubbles the Coaster open. And I've never done the event, but I've been to that park. It's a cute little park. And someday I need to get down to that event. I know Luco's been to that event. And I know he's enjoyed the event, I think, anyway. And then December 15th, Winter Adventure at Six Flags Great Adventure. I don't know. I didn't write down the cost, or what the events entail. But you can go on aceonline.org, click the events calendar, because they updated the website. So, yeah, so you can check those out if you're a Ace member and want to go. And, yeah, you can enjoy some holiday cheer. Now, let's just get this Universal Orlando thing out of the way, because I don't know how long this little tidbit will last, because I hate ride locker policies. Yeah, I feel golden tickets are a joke. Like, I do not... It's kind of like the golden tickets I consider to like any of those Hollywood movie award shows, or even like MTV music. It's just like a joke. The Golden Tickets Awards, honestly, is just like any of the other award shows. It's just to kiss everybody's ass. It's the truth. That's just what it is. It's the butt-kissing king of the world place. It's just like, who can we do whatever? You know, and who can we kiss up today? And yeah, so I just don't take them seriously, because like people just, and I get it. It's really a popularity contest. And any of the, whoever votes for anything. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hi.
Hi, go take a shower. You stink. Go do that now, please. Because I would like some hot water when I go take a shower. But yeah, I think obviously it's a popularity contest. It is what I want to see on top of the world, and by all means, that's fine. Everybody has their personal favorites. Mine kind of flip flops every year between Wicked Cyclone and Superman. It sounds like I'm biased because of my home park and all that, but when I vote in the Golden Ticket Awards, oh, excuse me, I vote based on what I've written in the last. Thank you, John, for my thing. No, El Toro did not win it this year. They got what they would call snubbed. The #1 wood went to the Phoenix at Knoebels. And I felt that was hey, let's give the Phoenix a Golden Ticket Award before Old Man dies. I think that's what they did. I really do. But when I go and vote, I look at it, and this is, again, just like Charles said, it all comes down to personal opinion, personal preference. The cat's upstairs this week. It's not eating the it's not eating the tree. I really thought like the cat was gonna murder my upstairs tree because yesterday when I went to Target, I bought the Sweaty Stinky in Winter. Yeah, he typical teenage boy, you know, he's 13, doesn't really care, you know, so, and I keep yelling at him, like, go shower, use a thing called deodorant, smell good. But yeah, so, like I was saying, personal opinion, personal preference, when you talk about what you're voting for, I go, what did I ride and what gives me that wow factor? What is something that I love to ride and can continuously ride? And that's when I vote. When myself and Luco, and we went with Tony and May, and we went to Fury 325. Oh, no, I didn't buy a Sweaty Stinky at Target. I bought the Santa climbing the stair thing that attached to the tree. I thought the cat was going to, like, play with that and kill my tree. Yeah, the kid I'm talking about. My kid is the Stinky thing, and the thing I was talking about at Target was the Santa climbing a ladder. Yeah, so when we went to the media day for Fury, and I rode it, the first ride I got on, I was like, really? That's it? And I was in the back. Remember? Oh, yeah, I remember the Friendly's ice cream, dude. And then, you know, then we rode it again, like in the middle. I think we rode it 2 or 3 times. I don't remember. But they also had Intimidator open. And myself and Luco enjoyed Intimidator more than Fury. I know my personal... I don't like flow to air time. It sucks. It's just one of those... You know, it's just one of those personal opinions. I don't like flow to airtime. I want to feel like I'm getting murdered every time. Like, I want to feel like any twist or turn, I could be thrown out and killed. That's how I like my rides. I mean, I don't want it, like, bumping where I'm going to get off and break a leg, but I like that intense ride, and that's why I like Wicked Cyclone and Superman the Ride and other rides. I like that intense feeling. I know not a lot of people do, and people find that not enjoyable. And people, like, have their own criteria in their mind of what they like. And by all means... That's what I like. We can sit here and debate what's the best, what's the worst, all day, all night long. I'm down for it to discuss. We can all just throw our ideas out there and be like, hey, this is awesome, this sucks, this is all, whatever. You know, it's an open forum. We can say whatever we want. But when I vote, I don't... Fury is honestly not even in my top 20. It's not even in the top 20. I don't like it that much. I would put, like, Space Mountain before... Fury. It's just Fury. Fury has an awesome first drop. It's fast. You can't even really enjoy the elements, and it's got 2 little tiny blips of airtime at the end. That's not worthy of #1 coaster on the planet. Sorry, it's not. No, that's somebody texting me. But no, and I didn't even get to rant about Universal. I'm ranting about Golden Ticket Awards. This could be a while. You know, I appreciate that there is something to recognize and give awards to the amusement industry, but those deflated things are ugly. If there's blow, yeah, I got blow up ones. Yeah, they look stupid. I got an R2D2 and a C3PO, and I have the Bumble. I had a Darth Vader, but I have in my shed outside that I now have to replace because it was one of those tarp sheds that came with the house. It ripped, and then, but that's not even the point. I didn't have a cover on it, and the mice ate at it, and they also ate at my llama, you know, like figure that had fur on it. It looks like the llama has cancer, and it's got missing patches, and I think my llama's dying. To be honest, I think it is. Poor llama. I'm gonna have to bury him out in the back. He still lights up. Looks cool at night. During the day, thing's ugly as crap. But as well, besides that, with these Golden Ticket Awards, whoever votes, yeah, it goes by the front gate. You know what? This thing's that I haven't even been to Cedar Point since Gatekeeper opened. That, I mean, it's a nice touch. It makes the front gate look good, but that's not going to make me vote for Fury because, oh, it went over the front gate. They went speeding right by my head. That doesn't really do anything for me. You know what I mean? Like, when I vote, I want like a great layout. I want great elements out of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love a nice leisurely ride on something. You know, it's like when I go to riding on the bull, I ride my obligatory 2 rides on Nitro and I'm done. Everybody else goes rides. I go sit at the smoking section and go have some cigarettes because I just don't care. You know, I have more enjoyment out of riding Batman the Ride and Skull Mountain and King Dakar. And, you know, I do a couple rides on El Toro. As I'm losing weight, it feels better, but I'm not there yet. And I should be, hopefully, next September as I keep slowly losing weight. You know, I think if I lose like another 10, 15 pounds, like I think me and El Toro can be homies again. Right now, no. I thought Steel Vengeance was too much for a lot of rides. Crazy, awesome, but limits of a lot of re-rides similar. Yes, I mean, I love Sky Rush, even though I remember that, I think that was 2013 was really like the first event me and Luco ever met up together to go to an event together and hang out, like by ourselves without kids or anybody. And it was obviously at Hershey Park, and I sat on Sky Rush the entire hour. I didn't get out. No, I didn't talk about the dining plan because that's another thing. That's more of another rant. We got a lot of rants. We could be here till midnight. I don't think so, but anyway, so enough of the golden tickets. You get what I'm going with that. Now, the real rant here is Universal Orlando with these ride locker policies. If you remember, they were forcing, you know, over the last year or two, they've been forcing you to get a ride locker on particular rides so that you're not, you know, like the Hulk and Rip Ride Rocket and whatever else there was. You know, they had it on Dueling Dragons, and I don't know what else has it. Oh, Harry Potter. You know. See, I'm a fat person, and I don't like El Toro because of the way that restraint sits. If they could push that restraint back another inch or two, El Toro would be awesome. Like, if I lose some more of this gut, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. It's just, I mean, I can fit on it. I could always fit on it. I never had to do the walk of shame. But it's unbearable when they have to keep stapling you. There's no reason to, I know the ride is intense, but there's no reason to staple anybody. They need to adjust the senses a little bit. I think if they adjusted it so it didn't come down as much, have to come down as much, I think you'd be okay. I don't think anybody's going to fly out. I really don't. Let's be honest. I don't think anybody's going to fly out. But anyway, so these stupid lockers, but they were free, right? Everything, you go and you get at the locker and it was free. So, you know, North End, yeah, that's closed. You can get up to the Scrambler, but Pandemonium, Sky Screamer, and Wicked Cyclone closed. So those rides are closed for Holiday in the Park. So when you get to now, what they did was they changed that only the small, tiny lockers. So basically whatever can fit in your pocket, you know, like a phone, a wallet, keys, maybe like a small camera, like a, compact camera there, can go in there. If you have like a diaper bag, a backpack, stuffed animals from games, if you have anything big that needs a big locker, you don't have to pay $2 a ride, which I think is a bunch of BS. If you are forcing me to get a locker, if that is your policy, you need to force me to get a locker, then you need to give it to me for free, whether I got a backpack, a diaper bag, or this or that or the other, whatever it is. I should not have to pay. If you are forcing me to put my stuff not in my pockets, yeah, I think Blizzard River is going to be open for Holiday in the Park. That's going to be open Sunday only. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. So I feel that this ride locker BS needs to stop. If you want us to put our stuff in a locker, it should be free. It's not a matter of, hey, I'm going to pay $2 or $10 for the day, whatever it is. It's the point of, you are forcing me to pay more money. If you want me to use a locker, it should already be included in the what do you call it, the ticket price. When you figure out everything it costs for you to operate for the day, between all the utilities and lockers, and everything should just be included. I mean, obviously not food. Food's going to be extra. I wish food was included all the time, unless you got a dining plan. But I feel that it's more nickel diamond crap. I mean, I know when I go to Universal, I'm not bringing bags. I ain't bringing nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I just have like my Ace pouch thing that, my wallet, the lanyard thing. I can stuff money and credit cards and ID in. I take my cell phone and my cigarettes and lighter and keys, and that's it. I don't bring bags in there. I don't bring big cameras in there. When I film, it's on my cell phone. When I, whatever, pictures, it's all my cell phone. I'm not, because if not, I would ride nothing, and I'm not paying all that money to ride nothing. Because I'm not paying for a locker. I don't want to be lugging crap in a locker all day. Just not what I want to do. And I just think it's a bunch of crap. I hate what these... I know parks are trying to make and increase their profits for these stupid-ass shareholders. I hate them. I don't care about if you're a shareholder. You're ruining it. Shareholders ruin everything. Imagine if it was not... If there were no shareholders, they were private companies, they could do whatever they wanted. Because you don't have to answer to shareholders and do certain things and save certain money. And then we can make your stock go up or down based on how you do. Like, that's stupid. It's all speculative. You know what I mean? People have lost everything based on stocks. That whole Wall Street crap is stupid. I really hate shareholders. I wish they would all disappear. Just be a private company. Who gives a crap? You make your money, you spend your money, you do whatever, whatever. Who the hell... I get the whole point of having shareholders to help raise... Yeah, I know smoking ain't... I gotta die of something, man. I figure I'll just go out with a bang, like a big bang, But still, I think this whole ride locker thing is stupid. And, Universal's like leading the way to stupidity. And then, Six Flags has been doing it. Cedar Fair's doing it. And I get it. A lot of it has to do with the stupid general public. The stupid general public running around, breaking out their phones and filming themselves on it, trying to be social media superstars. And then, people get things flying around. I remember one time when I was in the smoking section at Superman, that airtime held before the camera, that hump there, what do you call it? When that smoking section used to be there, I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm almost getting slapped in the head with, what do you call it? Credit cards, money, key, like, everything came out of this person's pockets. It was raining. Kids were fighting over dollar bills. You would have thought there was a stripper over there. You're like, hey, I'm going to get $1 for the stripper, and we're going to have fun at Six Flags. The GP ruins I mean, don't get me wrong. There are coaster enthusiasts that ruin it, too. Like, it's not just GP. It's just people in general are stupid, and they ruin it. I feel if you have, like, zip-it pockets or good, button pockets that nothing's coming out of, who cares? Put it in there. It ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? I always go with zipper pockets or whatever. I always doing it. Always put my stuff in those pockets that I don't want to fall out. And the only time something ever fell out of my pocket was, wouldn't worry, it ate my cigarettes. I had my lighter, but it ate my cigarettes. It was kind of weird. They got out of my pocket somehow. I don't know how, but they did. It was weird. So that's my rant about what do you call it? What do you got? Let's break this down to you guys. I really want your opinion. So everybody that's listening, everybody that's in this chat room, leave me a comment here. And if you're watching it later, leave me a comment too. What do you guys feel about this stupid ride locker policy? Like we'll just use Universal as because that's what I'm talking about. And this stupidity with the do you guys think it's good? Do you hate it? Let me know. Let me know in this chat tonight. What you guys think about the ride locker policy. I mean, I already gave my opinion, and you guys know I hate it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen money fall out of the sky on Superman. I was standing there, and I watched 2 credit cards. It literally looked like, instead of like rain or snow, it was literally like cash just flying around. I saw 20s, 5s, 10s, a whole ton of 1s. They were probably going to the strip club after Six Flags, I bet. And then their cigarettes, lighter. I almost got bonked in the head with all this. People were pushing people out of the way for the money. Like, people are that, like, disgusting. I mean, people swiped up the credit cards and put them in their pocket. Everything that fell got swiped up by somebody. Yeah, it was free. The only thing that's free now is the small little locket. And matter of fact, what do you call it? Luco and myself, when we went to what ride was that? No, Rip Ride Rocket. They give you this little card, and then you go and you whatever, and because the lockers are different from when I went in what do you call it, last December. The lockers are definitely different because they look like mailbox, like like thin, kind of like this wide of a. They look like this wide, about like that deep. Lockers, they weren't there before. They're new, like a whole new system. So now, if you want the big locker, I mean, I just took the stuff out of my pocket and just. You didn't need it for the mummy though. And when I'm talking about like for Rip, this was even during the IAPA celebrates 100-year event, that special event they had. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was stupid. Stupid. I mean, I get it. Like, I don't care that it's free. If it's free, that's fine. But this happened the other day. Now it's like if you got something bigger than their small, the one that's like this, like deep, like high and like this wide. It's probably like this, like deep in. Those ones are free. If you got bags, if you're carrying merchandise, if you're got a diaper bag, a backpack, any kind of bag, a purse, whatever, and you have to get the big locker, you're paying $2. Again, it's the whole principle. It's like I paid all this money to get to the park, right? Paid all that money. Somebody's alarm's going off outside. It ain't mine because I didn't sound my alarm. Anyway, so sound the alarm and not a soul is dying. Oh, hey. Old hip hop song there. Anyway, yeah, so I feel, again, like I said, I feel that if they are forcing you to get lockers, they should be free. End of story. One of the articles I read about it was because, they don't want to leave it at the station because people could steal stuff. I get that. You're taking a risk that somebody could steal your stuff. I get that. And they're trying to get that because they don't want to be responsible for your stolen phone, wallet. It ends up being a bad day. I get it. Totally get it. But again, if you want me to use the lock, and lockers are not foolproof either. I guess certain lockers could be foolproof. If you just have the card, as long as you don't lose that card, you can get in to the locker. But if you have the card, or if you can do it without the card, you need a password. I watched it happen to one of my friends. I've seen it happen all over the news. People can still get into the lockers. They're not foolproof. Nothing is. The best thing to do is just walk in with nothing. Like, print out a ticket and walk in. Don't buy nothing. Don't eat. Don't drink all day. Just ride and leave. That's it. Leave it all in your car. And even then, somebody could steal it. You know, then you could be asked out there. Don't bring your keys. Leave them somewhere. You know, leave your phone. Just walk in, ride, and do nothing. That's what it's coming to, and it's so stupid. So stupid. So stupid. Anyway, so now I'm going to get into my next rant. And this actually came to my thought, and it's about the dining plans. And I'm just talking about in general. Because I've noticed something since the dining plans have happened. And I you know, talking to people about certain things, and my whole thing about the dining pass is, I think, now I'm not saying, and I'll use Six Flags New England, I'm not saying the food is top-notch quality, and I'm not saying it ever was, but I feel the quality is going down. And I find that in any park that has a dining plan, the quality is going down. And that's really actually pissing me off. The food used to be better. And I feel the thing that bothers me is, because, you know, whatever somebody paid for the dining plan, whether it's $90, $70, $80, whatever it is, whatever you paid for your dining pass, because realistically it's cheap, especially, you know, they're not going to make money on people like you or I, because we go so much, they're going to lose their ass on it. That's why the food cost is so high. Like, if you didn't have a dining plan and you went and you're going to pay, like, to get, say, like a cheeseburger, French fries, and a soda, or you're going to go and get pizza, French fries, and a soda, you're looking at like $17, $18 a person. Not for a family, one person. So I feel with that, and I get it. So say it costs $20, right? Say it costs $20 a meal, and now you're getting 2 meals and a snack every day. So for them not to totally lose their ass, they got to go and get the cheapest product possible, whether it tastes great or not, and they may say it tastes fabulous. I've noticed ever since all the parks that have dining plans, Lake Compounce, Six Flags, Cedar Fair parks, all of them. I can remember going to like King's Dominion before all this dining plan crap, and the food used to be better, and now it's not as good. It just isn't. You know? And I feel that something needs to change. You know, I'm the type of person that if I see a value in a product, I will pay the price for what I see the value of the product is. So at $80, $90, whatever the hell we're paying for a dining plan, as much as I go to Six Flags, I make out like a bandit for the food. I really do. I make out like a bandit. Now, I didn't get the meal plan at Lake Compounce this year because I went just enough the year before to like break even, you know, and I said, well, it's not. I didn't really, you know, I didn't feel it was worth it. Let's just leave it at that. And you know, John saying, I remember Riverside, the food was good before, and now it sucks. The only holiday options for foods that I know, Charles, and I said a little earlier, I mean, I talked about this really early in the show, probably before you watched, but yeah, there's bread bowls at the, what is it, the Snowflake Soup Company. I don't know where that is off the top of my head. You can get your s'mores kits, and you can get the what do you call it? Yeah, like the fudge and the little treats at the fudge place. I didn't see any of those baked potatoes. I didn't see any of the sausage sandwich and the pretzel bun. I didn't see any of that like I did last year. I heard last year there was a turkey dinner, and now this year there isn't. Now, I don't know, because like opening weekend, they didn't have stuff. I don't know who's been, like last weekend, you know, anytime after Black Friday weekend. I don't know if any of the food options got added, if they were there and I didn't notice them. You know, I was too busy trying to tell Devin to shut the hell up because he was just crying like a baby about how, I mean, I get it, it's cold. It's like, suck it up, dude. We're here to have fun. I don't want to hear you complain and moan about, I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm really cold, I want to go play Call of Duty because I'm cold. You know, that's just what he's doing, and I just don't care. It's like, so Sunday, I'm leaving him home. I don't want to listen to him complain. I'm going. I'm having fun. If anybody wants to complain and bitch and moan, just stay home. I'm going in the freezing cold, and I'm going to enjoy it. Yeah, this is s'mores, bread bowls, and hot chocolate. I need to talk to, I got to find out why. I mean, that's why I said earlier in the show, I think they scaled back. I don't know, but yeah, the food quality definitely has gone down. It's definitely gone down, and I'm very upset about it, actually. I mean, some of the best places that I found right now to get food, the chicken fingers I notice have improved. The burgers at, what do you call it? Riverboat Cafe. What do you call it? Fast Eddie's is good. The pizza actually is improved. I remember like a few years ago, the pizza was horrible. Like, it was not edible at all. I'm kind of hit or miss with the hot dogs, and I just don't even bother. The taco, I think I'm in a taco mood. Like, I don't want to eat them, but I like going to that little place next to Fireball there. Whatever the hell they call that place, where they got the mac and cheese cone wedge, and they got the mac and cheese sandwiches. That is awesome. That's really good. The steak and cheese place, that becomes hit or miss. I mean, the 2 times I've had the steak and cheese, phenomenal. Loved it. Also, JB's has really good food. That's actually pretty decent. Even the burgers are, but they're still, you know, they're not. The burgers at Six Flags New England / Riverside used to be good. They're not. And I know why. It's because of the stupid dining plans. Not that I want them to get rid of it, because I don't want to keep paying $50 every time I eat. I just feel that they need to up the food quality. And I don't want them to raise the price either. And I know it's a business. It's where they make money, because they pay pennies on the dollars to buy the food and charge you, what, probably 1,000% over what the cost. I mean, so I get it. I get it. It's just, I just don't like it. I don't know why. Like, they couldn't find a better, cheaper burger patty. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would love to know. Like, I would love to. I mean, I know like how that whole thing works, because my cousin used to work for one of those food distribution places, and they did sell food to like Storyland, like Compounds. So I got, you know, I know how that whole game works, and like, you know, like the representatives of the food departments, whatever, go and they go to these different distributors and they taste the food and they go, oh yeah, this is good. They're like, so they probably were like, okay, this is how much it can cost. So find the places with this kind of price and pick the best. I would love BK, but I get it. The Six Flags is moving away from all the, what do you call it? The franchise things. That's why there's no Subway. Looks like Panda Express, gone. They're just going to retheme it to Chop 6. I mean, and that's what they should do. They really, what they really need to do is get rid of that franchise thing and just come. I mean, look, you got Take 6, Below 6. You know, they got all these different things that, you know, Six Flags, like JB's is Six Flags thing. Kickin' Chicken, I think. I don't think Kickin' Chicken is a franchise thing. I don't think. I think that's like something they did. If not, just call it Six Chickens. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. You know, they got the Mexican joint. They got all that other stuff. As long as stay away from the franchise thing, do your own thing, but get better food. It's not going to kill them to get better food. Unfortunately, if they get better food quality, we all know the prices are going to go up, and that's just stupid. I agree. They should have a a fine dining place, a better sit down place. Like Dorney has that sports bar place. Like that's awesome. I feel I know, like Jessica said she's not going to get the dining plan next year. She said because of the 50% off on a Diamond Elite, she's like, why get the dining plan? Maybe if everybody stopped getting the diamond plan. Well, Take 6 is already there. Take 6 is in the Looney Tunes area. They sell salads, pasta, sandwiches, stuff like that. It's awesome. Just the problem with that place is they don't have enough workers, and the lines are ridiculous in there. So I did not eat at Take 6 once this year. Maybe I'll try if it's open Sunday. Maybe I'll go there because I didn't want to deal with the long line. It's so slow. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, you got Johnny Rockets, but I think Johnny Rockets is going to leave, and maybe that's their chance to have a theme. That's a good idea that I'm going to recommend to the park to say, hey, when you're getting rid of Johnny Rockets, make it a theme sit-down, themed to, Justice League Gotham kind of thing. Make it a whole themed experience, dining experience. And even if you take it off the dining plan, they need something. They need something that is different. That's not the usual thing. Yeah, I think Chopsticks is coming. They're going to have the Asian food. Matter of fact, I had some really yummy, delicious Chinese food last night. Just like place. It's like the hibachi place I went to, but we didn't do hibachi. But I still got hibachi food because I wanted that stuff. And I forgot to tell them no vegetables. Oh, I hate when I do that. But I had the noodles, and I had the rice, and I had the steak, and I had the chicken. It was delicious. Delicious. I'm starting to like Chinese food. I'm sick of the taco thing. I'm over the tacos right now. I can't stand them. I feel like crap after I eat them. Ugh, disgusting. I just feel when I eat them. So yeah, I'm hoping that somehow something happens and they change the food quality, because it's like I go and I get a burger and I'm like, ugh, it just tastes so bad. It's like almost inedible. Yeah, I know a lot of people. BSM says dining plan price at Six Flags at a balance between people who visit 6 times a year and people who live so close they don't cook at home all summer. I know so many people that would, like, on their lunch break that worked really close to Six Flags. Like if they had an hour break or even a half hour, they'd go to the park, they'd eat, they'd go ride Superman, and then go back to work. I know a lot of people who used to do that all the time. Stop in real quick, get a lunch, and then, and then they go. I know people that just do lunch and dinner. Like, I know a group of people that went every single day one year. They literally, like, went the entire summer every single day and just ate. Atwood Ave in Johnston. They go to the park, they eat, they go. I had a thing. It's like Bon Asia, whatever it is on Atwood Ave. It's a hibachi place. It's really delicious. It was awesome. But yeah, it's Atwood Ave in Johnston. It was really good. You know what? No, Chick-fil-A can eat it too. I hate Chick-fil-A. It's so overrated. Same thing with Five Guys. Disgusting. Like, if I eat Five Guys, I'm literally, like, just about to crap while I'm eating the food. That's how bad it just goes right through me. I can't stand Chick-fil-A. I'm so sick of Taco Bell. Even though over the weekend we had this, there's a local joint called the Taco Shop in Burrillville here, in like the center of the itty bitty town, and those tacos are pretty decent. They like tasted like real tacos and not the slop that you get at Taco Bell. Yeah, they're still alive after eating it all every day the whole summer. Crazy. Yeah, I think it depends on, like at the Panda at Great Adventure closed now. Now Holiday in the Park specials. Will be Chopsticks in 2009. I think anyone, I mean, when you sign a licensing agreement for, like for the Panda Express, a Johnny Rockets, whatever it is, and what do you call it? There's a contract signed for X amount of years. You gotta do. And then once that's up, you can either continue to pay the franchise fee or whatever the fees are, or you can get out of it and do whatever you want in that spot. So I think the right decision is get rid of all that crap. You don't need that crap. I don't go... I mean, I know when I'm going to an amusement park, I'm getting crappy food. I'm not looking for something extra healthy. I know some people are. I know I'm not getting the best of the food. It's just kind of like a quick pick-me-up just to get me the energy and the fuel to get through a hot day in the summer or whatever, just so I'm eating. I get it. But I don't need, you know, like I used to laugh. Like, I remember when Great Adventure had McDonald's way back in the 90s. I remember that. Inside the park. I remember when Six Flags New England had another Johnny Rockets, which is, what is it? Cowabunga, whatever. You know, in the water park. They've had Subway, Panda Express, Johnny Rockets. Does Six Flags have a food shop with food so bad it is themed to 6 feet? It should. They were. Let's be honest. I think the food at Captain, Riverboat Cafe, the left side with the burgers, that needs to change. The right side with the wraps and stuff, excellent. Well, actually, what they should do is put all the wraps and stuff in Take 6 and just totally change the menu at Riverboat Cafe. I'm going to suggest that to the park. I say make all the I know you want to have multiple, you know, food places, but it's a little ridiculous. The size of Six Flags has JB's, Fast Eddie's, Riverboat Cafe. Did I say JB's? For burgers. I might be missing some. Johnny Rockets, Cowabunga Burger, and then you got all the different, what do you call it? All the, you got the Kickin' Chicken, and then you got the one across by Fireball. It's got the, you know, mac and cheese and chicken. You got the taco place. You got pizza at the Riverboat Cafe. You got the pizza joint. Actually, you got 2 pizza joints over by Kidsopolis. You got the big one. You got the little kiosk one. You got the healthy place there inside the Kidsopolis. What else am I missing? You know, you got Take 6 with the pasta and the salads and some sandwiches. I think, and this is not, and I'm not just hating on Six Flags New England. I think all parks need more diversity of different food. You know, how many places can you have that have chicken fingers and pizza and burgers? I know those are the most beloved foods in a park that people go to eat. But who the hell wants to continuously just keep eating them and eating them? I want to have something different. I mean, it's nice to have tacos and pizza and chicken fingers, and I want some new, unique stuff. That is what I want. I want new and different, unique stuff. I mean, I know you got to spread yourself around so that way you're spreading out. Yeah, the cheesesteak is nice, and you want to spread it out so not everybody's at the same spot. I get it. But I think they need to add another food joint. Let's be honest. They need to change the menu up. In places that have food that slow down, like the taco place, anything with sandwiches and the salads and the wraps, that needs to have a lot of people working. Because what you're doing is I mean, they don't even do like the Subway method, which works better. You have one person that puts your meats on, you know, get your bread, put your meat on. Slide it, you know, put it in the oven or slide it over. The next person puts the veggies on it. The next person just keep lining them up. Go, go, go. I mean, I would love to see like a steakhouse. Don't do a Texas Roadhouse or an Outback, but do your own thing. I would love that. I would go there. I'd even be willing, you know, my Diamond Elite 50% off, go sit down and pay to eat there over having the dining plan. I would. I don't know about anybody else, but I would. But I would love to talk to their food manager person and say, look, you got to change some stuff. You definitely got to change some stuff. You need to add some stuff to that menu. You need to do something. Because and I don't even know why I make a big deal of it. It's like, it's just food. It's just something to eat, just so you just to go. You know what I'm saying? You know, but, you know, when I sit down, and a lot of times there's a huge group of us, right? I've seen a lot of you guys at the park and hung out with a lot of you guys. And we're in a big group. We go to eat with eating for 45 minutes, an hour. You know, we're talking, we're having a great time, we're eating our food. But if I'm going to spend that kind of time eating, can I have something that tastes a little better, please? You know, that's just me. See, when my cousin opened up a Subway, I went to Subway University with him. It's in Connecticut. It's I forgot what exit number it is, but it's the exit name, whatever the number is, and it says Bick Drive on 95. Subway has a university over there, and I went to it. I did the schooling and all the training on it because I was the manager, not an owner, but owners have to do it. And you can send your managers to. It's recommended that you send your manager to this school. It's a little different than the owner one. But I did it. So technically, I passed that test, and I could go open a Subway, even though I haven't worked there since 2006. So I'd probably have to retake it. But anyway, you get the point. But anyway, at that Subway University, they actually have... There are stores that don't have paid employees. There's like the owner and the manager, and everybody else is free. Because it's all owners that are buying into Subway, managers. They're using those people to work there. You work there. You make the sandwiches. They taught us how to make the big, giant 6-foot subs and the whole process of, you know, the assembly line. You know, so, but yeah, it just bothered me so much, and I wanted to talk about it. And I may make a video like going really in depth and kind of like calling out parks and the variety of food that they have and the food quality that sucks. And I want the parks to see it. And it's not like, hey, you guys suck. And you know my method. I want to be like, hey, look, you need to change this. This is what I recommend. Go do this. Add this. I'm all about helping and try to make it better. When I talked to Jen on Black Friday when we were leaving. It was cool. We talked for like maybe 5 minutes or less. And, you know, she was like, oh, I can't wait to see your and I never sent a comment yet. But after every visit, I always send kind of like a, hey, great day, bad day, this was good, this was good, this is bad. You know, I tell you guys, I do that all the time. And, you know, it's kind of like I'm a consultant that doesn't get paid. You know, so it's kind of like, I mean, she knows that, and she said, you can ask Luco, she said it right to Luco and my kids, that I'm very honest about what I say. Yeah, I don't know, that sounds familiar, Milton, Connecticut, but whatever Bick Drive is, it's down like exit 30, 28, 29, around there. It's like 31, it's either from like 33 down to like 28, somewhere in between there is Bick Drive. But that's where Subway University is. It's next to the Bick Plate office, headquarters, if that's even still there. But yeah, it's literally like right next door. It's past the Bick headquarters over there. You know, Bic pens, Bic lighters. But yeah, but Jen said I was very honest, and I tell it how it is. Just like I tell you guys how it is when I rant and I go on and on and on about stuff. It's just how I am. I tell you how it is, and I told her, I said, I don't ever want to be the guy that made someone, like, from the general public not go to the park because of my comments. I will always say, this is how I feel, this is how you can fix it, but you can go tell me to go to hell because it's not my money and it's not my park. But I told Jen, I said, look, I only have the park's best interest at heart. I love Six Flags New England. I think it's an awesome park. And I said, I just want to see it keep improving and getting better. And if I can do anything at all to help them, because sometimes when you're always in it, you know, you're always in it. It's kind of like when you're on a diet, you look in the mirror, you don't see any results, but somebody else goes, hey, you're looking great. But you look in the mirror and you just see a fat ass or whatever. You know what I mean? So the same thing goes for, you're working at the park every day, and there's times you don't even notice something because you're just there. You're in the cycle, you're in the motion. It's just kind of like being just in the zone and just going and going and going and going and going and going. You know, and I really, really, really feel that outside opinions, as long as you're not a jerk and you present it to the park in a way like how I do, there's not just my way as a surefire way, but if you say, hey, look, this isn't good, but here is my suggestion, and you don't always have to go with outlandish, crazy ideas. There's always something that can be fixed. There's always something from your opinion that maybe your idea works, maybe half of the idea works, and maybe half of theirs, you know, you mesh it together and it works. Like I've said before, some stuff that I have mentioned, they've tried out, they've done. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. Some are like, forget it, you know. Or some of it's like, hey, that was a great idea, worked out well. You know, like I said, I just want to, I have the best, you know, I do the same thing with Jerry Brick and Lake Compounds. I try my best to give everybody ideas to improve their park. If I can do that and it works, then I feel good because I felt like I had a part in helping that park grow. That's what I want to do. I want to see the parks that I go to that I love so much progress. That's just what I like. Subway has cheap fake chicken meat. I saw that on Canada CBC report comparing all fast food. Subway's food is just disgusting. I mean, hell, the bread's made of yoga mat chemicals. I don't know if they remove them now, but... And that's why Subways are closing left and right. People just aren't into it. Subway needs to change their food quality, where they get their food. They're going to have to step it up a little bit. They're just going to have to because they're going to die soon if they don't do something. Because if I can go to Subway and say get a $5 footlong, right? And we all know it's crap. But if I go down the street to mom and pop pizza sandwich joint, I can get that same type of sandwich, only better quality food. I might pay $3 or $4 more for that sandwich, but I'm not going to feel like crap after I eat it. And I know it's better quality food. So, with that being said, I would take mom and pop sandwich shop over Subway any day myself. I got coupons for Subway hanging on my fridge from the paper or whatever. You know, the stupid things they send you in the mail that you never asked for. But there's coupons for all different kinds of sandwiches. It's hanging there. I don't think I'm ever going to take a coupon and go there. The food's disgusting. I'm so sick of all this disgusting food. Why? Why? Why does food have to be disgusting? Why can't, you know, like back, like even when I was a kid, even McDonald's tasted way different and way better when I was a kid. It's all the preservatives and bullshit they put in the food. It's disgusting. And I know that's doing with Six Flags. I know that's what they're doing. I know that. And if you build it, they will come. All right, so enough of my ranting about food and Universal and golden tickets. One last thing before we get out of here that I really wanted to touch on. Well, actually, there's two things, but I'm going to talk about... Actually, I'll talk about Fright Kingdom last. Let me talk about this SFNEOnline Grove Show stuff that everybody can be part of. Because what we're trying to do is... everybody knows that, you know, we talk about Hauntapalooza, right? So, we, starting early, definitely quarter 1 of 2019, are going to start kicking off Hauntapalooza's own YouTube channel. It's like an offshoot for SFNEOnline, only it's Halloween all year long, and that's all it's going to be. So, Halloween, animatronics, product reviews, a podcast about haunted houses with, you know, horror music, whether it's a rock band, a rap group, or whatever. We're going to talk about movies, movie reviews, movie news, anything to do with haunted houses. All year long, there's plenty of content. The best part about all this is I've been talking to a lot of haunted house industry people. And this has to do with SFNEOnline in a second. That is what I'm trying to do, is not kill myself by running SFNEOnline and the Hauntapalooza podcast, along with doing the Grove Show podcast. So I have a lot of help in the Hauntapalooza range. Jessica, Luco, Jeremy, Danielle, Jimmy. We got, matter of fact, after the show, I break out the notebook that I got over there for Hauntapalooza, and I'm just dictating the jobs and going, you're doing this, you're doing that, and so on and so forth. So when it comes into SFNEOnline, I'm not total one-man show. I mean, Luco helps me filming stuff, or he'll do some vlogging stuff. Great Adventure RMC Raptor 2020. I believe so, Ryan. I believe that they will get that for 2020. There's a lot of talk about the Raptors that were down while I was down in IAPA. So I think that's going to happen. If it's not going to be a Raptor, it's definitely going to be a RMC created from the ground up. Because there's a rumor going around about Rolling Thunder, but an RMC. Like a throwback, like a Twisted Thunder or something like that. So I think there's going to be a resurgence of a rolling thunder, either in a raptor or a like a wicked cyclone or a iron rattler type thing. Well, thank you, Charles, for the friendship as well. I think all you guys are great people. But anyway, the whole point of my SFNEOnline thing is I really need help from people. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I only want, and trust me, there's been people like, well, if you pay me to do this, I'll, like, dude, we don't make any money. Like, it's $0. Like, everything that I do, any props, any equipment comes out of my pocket, and I spent ridiculous thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'm not even complaining about that. I don't care if it ever makes money or not. I do this stuff because I love doing it. I love having these nights when we're talking like this on the Grow Show. I love when I go and I do something, you know, when I make a vlog or I go on a trip and I bring it back to show you. And it's not like I'm trying to, what do they call that? What is that? What is that when they're trying to show off in social media? Where, what do they call that word? Like, not flashing. I forgot what the hell they call it. There's a word. I hear all these weird people talk about it. Like on YouTube, there's like a word that they call flexing. I'm not trying to flex, whatever the hell they call it. I'm not trying to do that. I feel that, and I've said this before on the show, what I feel about the whole point of the Grove Show, the whole point of SFNEOnline is to show you, and and a lot of the fans of SFNEOnline I find strange, and I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean by strange is the way of the content that you guys like to see out of us. And I understand. I try to do anything in the New England area, sometimes outside, and I get it. Most people, if you want to go see something about Magic Mountain or Universal, you're going to go to those sites, those fan sites that are dedicated for that. You don't care. But you should care about maybe my experience. Maybe it's funny. Maybe it's stupid. I don't know. I just try and experiment different things. But anyway, so I try to do things. And I remember before when I asked for opinions and advice and stuff, and people were like, we don't care about this. We don't care about that. We don't care about this. Don't do that. And I like just filming stuff. So, of course, I still do what I want to do. But what I mean by needing help, and I'll get to your question in a moment, Ryan, about what my 2020 Six Flags prediction is going to be. So don't think I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. But what I mean by help is, and I know, yeah, I know. I mean, the Martins family is really like what I call the dumping ground. The old SFNEOn channel, unless Zach has been putting anything on it, hasn't done nothing. It's done absolutely nothing. I have all the access to it. Because the Grove Show had more subscribers and more views and more stuff on, I was like, I'm not going to throw that away for the other one. I haven't even looked at it. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do, and yes, SFNE, this YouTube channel that you're watching right now is still going to have pinball and haunted house stuff, but it's not going to be total. You're going to still get your Six Flags and Lake Compounds and other stuff. But if you notice, this year we went crazy, and we went to a bunch of haunts, and I reviewed them all, and I did behind the scenes at other places and went nuts. Now, I don't know how many people actually enjoyed that. See, here's the problem. I don't know what you guys like and don't like. Nobody puts a thumbs up. Nobody leaves a comment. People watch it. Okay, cool. I appreciate each and every single person. But I don't know what works and doesn't work if nobody's commenting and going, hey, this is... don't trust me. I know some people say if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But if you can say it in a nice way without being rude, be like, look, you really shouldn't be doing these kind of videos. Like, we don't care. But in a nice way. You don't have to be like a douchebag. You can still be a nice guy and just be like, hey, you know, you don't, you know. But I don't know what you guys like, what you guys want if you don't comment and tell me nothing. I don't know. It's like playing Wheel of Fortune. Spin the wheel. I land on $1,000. Let's see what happens. It's really what it is. So, but the Martins family channel is the stuff that I like to, you know, like Devin's birthday, 16th birthday was Friday. So we did a hot wings. I don't know how many people seen it, but we bought 3 hot sauces that we seen on. Yeah, I do know the feedback. From that YouTube show, Hot Ones. So I bought the bomb, 357 Mad Dog, and this other like zombie apocalypse sauce. And it's a 20-minute video of people puking, gagging, myself running to the kitchen hose. It's funny. People crying. Luco's eyes were burning tears. You know, his tears were burning. So if you want to see me run to the hose and just hose myself down, or Luco's tears burning, I've posted it on my Facebook channel. I shared it on SFNEOnline's Twitter page, but it's on the Martins Family YouTube page. You know, that doesn't fall in line with SFNEOnline, and I get it. You know, people said they don't give a crap about when we go on a cruise. I mean, I care about going on a cruise, so they're not looking. You know, I guess if people want to go to cruise, they go look at that. And I'm not even trying to be a social media influencer. I just like to have fun, and I just like to show people. Whether, you know, like I know John, for example, saw like some videos I did of parks, and based off of what he saw or what I did, he went and did them. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the whole point of everything. Maybe that is a social media influence. I don't know what it's called, or if that's really the proper terminology. But that's the whole point of all this. If I can get one person, and he did that, to go to a park or some event or a haunted house or play a pinball machine, something. If my suggested feedback was that, then I did my job. That's all I care about. It doesn't matter about making money. As long as I make you guys happy, and if I can give you any knowledge or any fun or any entertainment, that's what it's all about. But the main point of all this is I need help where people, you know, and what I mean by that is, and I'm going to do the stupid thing again. I don't know where it is on here. Is it here? No. 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 That's not it. What did I do with it? Hang on. Oh. I'm going to put my email like an idiot. Let's just call it this. Oh, wait. Where is it? All right. I'm going to put my email up on the screen in a second here. And what I want everybody to do is, if you don't have to be, it's not like a full-time job. I mean, for me, it's more like a full-time job because I'm always trying to research. I'm trying to plan things. I'm trying to come up with new ideas. I do the Grow Show. I'm trying to, like, promote SFNE. You know, I'm doing all this stuff as a one-man show, and I can't do that. I'm driving myself nuts, and I'm wasting so much time and not enjoying certain things, like when I'm at home. Like, I would love to just sit on the couch, watch some TV, just for even a day. You know, like a night. Just, I want to watch a Christmas movie. But I'm always, and don't take that as a complaint. I'm not burnt out or anything. I do it because I want to see it grow. And you got to put the work in, and you got to be, it's like being an entrepreneur, and you got to be on top of your game. That's what you got to do if you want to be successful. And I get that. You got to put the work in. It's not easy. But if I had people that were part of SFNEOnline and helping, I can't promise anybody anything. I can't promise you I can get you into a media day. I can't promise you that you would ever get paid. You know, if you're a video editor and you can edit videos better than I can, and you want to help out, by all means, help out. If you want to help promote on social media stuff, you can do that. If you're going to a park that I am not, and maybe I can hook up a media day somewhere far away that you're going to, or maybe you're just going just on a vacation and you want to make a vlog, you can get me, I can hook it up so you can give me the video. You can film it on your phone. It's not about trying to make it a Hollywood blockbuster. That's not at all what I'm trying to do. But if anybody can help out in any certain way, whatever, go with your strength. Don't just try to do it because you think you can do it. Do it because you want one. I'm not trying to twist anybody's arm. I ain't trying to do any of that. If you want to help, I'm going to put my email up here in a second as I type it in. I should probably just make a separate email, and I will. But for right now, I'm putting my email up on the screen. If there's a way you want to help, you don't have to help all the time. If you can't help, I'm not mad. I still love you guys. You know? But if anybody out there in TV land can help, by all means, I'll even make it bigger. Oh, wait. That's not it. That's not right. That's not it. That's a lie. Hang on. Wait, that's not it. Don't write that down. Okay. This is it now. So, that's it. You can email me that. Just put in the title, SFNEOnline help. Right? Just put in the title of the email. In the subject line, put SFNEOnline help. And just tell me what your strengths are. Don't do it because you feel bad. Do it because you're really interested in it. Like I said, I can't promise you anything. I can't. You know, maybe someday this channel will make money. Maybe it will never make money, and I don't care about that. And maybe we can get like 5 of us in the media day or 2 of us in the media. I don't know. I cannot promise anything, but like I said, I want SFNEOnline to be a community where everybody's like, you know, we can all like meet up at the park one day and just like chill out and have fun. That's what it's all about. That's all I ever want. We just hang out and kick it and have fun. That's really all I want. So you can email me if you're interested. Like I said, I'm not promising nothing. I'm not forcing anything down anybody's throat. That's just how, you know. You know, Luco does a lot. Sometimes walking in the park, I feel like I'm walking on the trails on Josh's Planet Coaster game. Yeah, you know, it's, you know, and because, you know, Luco, he really is. I mean, you guys are all strong supporters of this. And I know a lot of you guys are always like sharing. And I see it on Twitter and Facebook. I see you guys sharing videos. I see things. And I appreciate every single, even if you don't share it, even though I wish everybody would, I appreciate anybody who takes the time to watch this show, or anybody takes the time to watch any video or any post or anything. I really appreciate it, because without you guys, there's no need for me to talk to this camera. None. You know, I do this all for you guys. So I want to build a community up, and, you know, if you guys ever see me in the park, make sure you just say, hey, you know, walk up, you know, ask Charles. When there was the event for, what do you call it? Ace Screams there at Six Flags during Fright Fest. I walked right up to him, shook his hand, was talking to him for like 5 or 10 minutes. Sometimes, he, you know, when I see him, he walks up to me and says hi. You know, a lot of people say, I don't want to bother you with your family or your friends or whatever. Let's be honest. I'm at an amusement park in a public place. I am not a Hollywood celebrity. I'm not better than you. I'm not, you know, you're not better than me. I'm not better than you. I just talk to a camera, and you guys, for some reason, listen to me. I don't know. And that's what it is. So if you ever see me, don't ever say, I don't want to bother you. I mean, unless I'm like in the bathroom, that's probably like the line don't cross, you know. But other than that, you know, we can ride together. We can hang together. We can whatever, you know. Yeah, look for Josh in the blue block smoking area. Actually, New England doesn't have those, which is nice. New England actually has some nice ones. Hershey Park's got some nice ones. Yeah, Great Adventure doesn't really have any nice ones. I'll be honest. At least at New England, they kind of hide you a little bit. They put the planter boxes, and they just, you know, and it's nice. It's kind of like shading you. You can play with the bees. You can talk to them. Like if you're the only one there. I've had a conversation with a bee. I've talked to the pretty little bee. We were homies for a minute. He didn't sting me. I didn't squish him. We talked, and then he went off. He took a sip of my soda, and then he left. And he went off with his homies. Yeah. No. There's the smoking sections, but they don't have the blue line at Six Flags New England. They got those, what they call planter boxes, but they're up high, and then they have the plants, and they let them overgrow, so you can't really see them. It's kind of weird. It looks like the plants are smoking, like they're on fire or something sometimes. But they try to hide it, which is nice. Yeah, well, you could do that in the bathroom too. You know, hey, at this point, I'm game for anything. Really, it's like $20 is $20. All right, so before I go, thank you guys just for listening to me go babble on. Like I said, email me if you got ideas, or message me on Facebook. You know, there's no wrong or right. If you want to help out, hit me up. End of story. Anyway, so the last thing I want to talk about before I sign off for the evening, I may jump back on and play Planet Coaster for like an hour or two, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, Fright Kingdom. Now, I know it's a haunted house, but this weekend only, if you want to try your chances at a haunted house that is themed to Krampus. So it's a Christmas haunt. It seems, if you go to FrightKingdom.com and you look at the video for the Christmas, thing looks sick and it looks nuts. So they have tickets for tomorrow night and Saturday night. They it looks cool. I went to Fright Kingdom twice in one weekend for Halloween, so that tells you how awesome that I believe that Fright Kingdom is. But at the same time, we are also going in. We're going in there before it opens. We're going to be doing a behind the screams tour for Fright Kingdom Krampus. I'm not allowed to take video, but I can take pictures, so I'm going to gear up my good camera and take that with me. They want to show us some scenes, show us around, because I've talked to Demented FX, Fairtown, were a lot. Fairtown, and I will give you an update in a second about the Fairtown video. But so when I come back, we're gonna have a. Oh, I'm sure I've probably said a lot of wrong stuff. Trust me. Put it this way, I will credit Ace and SFNEOnline for a lot of things. And this is one of those other, you know, like, I don't know how many people saw the video. If you look on the channel, if you look in the playlist, there's a video that I made this year about how Ace and SFNEOnline saved my life. Not only did it save my life in the sense of what was going wrong in my life at the time, back when I first met AJ, but AJ's the one that saved my life. But Ace and SFNEOnline taught me a lot of things in life. I grew up in a time, we all did. And it may shock you, it may not. I used to be very racist. Not necessarily homophobic, but I used to gay bash all the time. I mean, bad. Like, you know, like in school, you would pick on them. I mean, I was always bullied, so I didn't really bully people, but even after high school and stuff, all the stuff I went through, it wasn't a accepted thing in society. This is more of a recent thing with gay people. Trust me, I know. But by joining Ace and joining SFNEOnline, surprisingly, even as I mean, I was total, like, you thought I lived in the South. I was taught a lot of things, like, by my mother and my grandparents. Like, my grandmother told me, you know, a few years before she had passed away, so probably like the late 90s, early 2000s. She died in 03. Probably like 2000, 2001, 1999. She was saying this to me. If you ever date a black girl and I see you walking on the street, I will cross the street so I don't have to walk on the same side of the street as you. And that was the more tame thing that I heard my entire life from a kid up until that time. But meeting a lot of people that were of other races in A's. I mean, when I got out of high school, I had friends that were Puerto Rican and stuff, and you know, I wasn't racist towards them. And by actually hanging out, no, I did not win the election. I got my ass kicked, really bad. But by Ace and SFNEOnline, by meeting different people of different races, different sexualities, that, you know what? There's no reason for me to be racist. There's no reason for me to hate someone because they like the same sex. You know, it took a while to kind of get over that, because I made friends with a lot of people that were gay. And I know it sounds weird coming out of my mouth. I know it does, but it just, yeah, I used to be a terrible person. I was, you know, I think being product of an environment kind of puts you in that place. Realistic. It puts you in a weird, and you don't know anything else outside that, you know, a racist hip hop DJ, that seems like trouble. It was back in when. But then again, back when I was heavily doing Dr. Giggles, everything was a shock value thing. Really, everything was for shock value. And anything about murder and death and whatever, anything to do with the horror stuff, that's all just shock value. You try to get people like, what the hell's he saying? I mean, if somebody dug deep and found a lot of my old, you'd be like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Like, you'd be like, there is something wrong with this, you know. But it was all for shock value, just to get a kick out, you know, rise out of people. That's all it was. But yeah, so Fright Kingdom is tomorrow night and Saturday night only. That's it. So if you're interested in seeing something cool, and let me tell you, Fright Kingdom, if you watch the review of it, and I don't know if you guys enjoy the reviews from the Haunt. I know a few people enjoyed the Haunt reviews. Actually, a lot of people enjoyed them. But like I said, if you guys see something, even if you don't like it, you don't got to be a total douche. You know what I mean? You're saying bad thing. You know, if you don't like it, it's okay to say, yeah, I didn't like this. Because I don't know whether to keep making certain videos or not. So you guys got to let us know. You know, what you like, what you don't like. Trust me, I can take, you know, what they call constructive criticism. That's okay. You know? Constructive criticism is fine. Don't just be like, oh, you suck, go kill yourself. You know, not like that. Be like, hey, these videos just ain't working. Either do something different with them or just stop, you know? That's fine. But I need to know. But anyway, so Fright Kingdom, we're going to do a behind-the-scenes video. I'm going to do a review on it. Well, pictures in the video. And I'll see what transpires out of that, because with the Hauntapalooza thing, a lot of the local haunts are like jumping on the support train on this. Even I talked to the woman at IAPA that runs Transworld, the biggest haunted attractions expo in the world, at least in the United States anyway, about it, and she was like, woo, woo, you know. And so a lot of people are getting on board with it, so we're just going to do that. And that's where most of the haunt stuff is going to go, but the Hauntapalooza thing is just going to be a constant thing. But the podcasts, in the beginning anyway, are going to be recorded, not live. So keep that in mind, too. Because it's not going to be just me. Jessica, Luco, Jeremy, Danielle, Jimmy. We're going to do like big group podcast thing. And hopefully it's entertaining enough. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. I got to go pee. I may jump on for Planet Coaster in like 20 minutes or so if you guys want to continue the chat or watch me build a park. I'm going to build a Christmas park again. I'm going to start from scratch and see what happens. But we'll be back next Thursday. And also, if there are topics that you guys want me to talk about in it, you know, like leading up to a show, by all means, either email me at the email link that I posted online here, or shoot me a message on whatever. So if there's a topic that you want me to talk about, leave a comment, something. Just let me know, and we'll make sure that we talk about these certain topics. So I will see you guys next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if I see anybody at the park on Sunday, or if I see you at Fright Kingdom on Saturday, make sure you say what up. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Peace out, y'all. Keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.